It is now my great pleasure to introduce the next storyteller who says this about her favorite Jewish food. Bagels, hands down. Real New York bagels. Though not those dough-shaped hamburger buns they sell at Einstein Brothers. Please welcome Laura Zimmermann.
Lee was the first one in the family to marry someone who wasn't Jewish. It was me. Surprise! It wasn't as big a deal as it might have been because I had a few things working in my favor. First, my name is Zimmermann, which sounds Jewish. In fact, I think that's why the JCC let me up here tonight. They thought they were getting the rabbi from Temple Israel. Somebody explain to my parents why that was funny. But second, importantly, I had been to Israel. In fact, I'd spent an entire semester in Israel, and no one in Lee's family had ever gone. They figured that they already lived in the Jewish homeland, Long Island. But I'd gone to Israel, and I'd gotten myself a chai necklace, and somehow this conferred an honorary status, or maybe just a get out of the mikveh free card. To be clear, I'm still not Jewish. I'm what Bruce Manning would call Jew adjacent, or adjacent or Jew-jacent. It's a legal term because he's a judge. My husband's tangentile. Who visited the plague of lice upon our house 4 or 5 times. That's over already, man. So my study abroad program included several months living and working on a kibbutz with other American students. We would work all week in the field, and then on Fridays they would pay us in these coupons that we could use at the on-site nightclub. So imagine that your entire salary is just doled out in drink tickets. Now imagine you're 19 and you've never been able to buy a drink before. And Shabbat Shalom, am I right? That's also where we learned all of the classic Israeli pickup lines like, "You're not as fat as the other Americans." Israeli men are such sweethearts. But most of our jobs on the kibbutz were unskilled because we were mostly unskilled. One girl's whole job there was just to stand under an olive tree and hit it with a broom handle till the olives fell down around her. But then one day, they gave us coveralls and they told us not to wear our nice nightclub shoes. And they brought us to a barn filled with chickens. And at first I was worried that they were going to ask us to slaughter the chickens, but then I remembered we hadn't covered kosher butchering in Kita Aleph language yet. No, they wanted us to vaccinate these chickens against something. Pox, maybe. Capitalism, I'm not sure. But somebody did try to explain it, but it was really hard to understand because he spoke with such a thick Israeli disdain for American liberalism. Now, when I say vaccination, I don't mean like hide a heartworm pill in a blob of peanut butter. I mean a real shot. So I don't know how you go in an instant from a job hitting a tree with a stick to being an actual veterinarian. That's the lesson of life on a kibbutz. You do what needs to be done. Now, most people would be assigned to be chicken handlers, meaning they would get the chickens and they'd bring them to be vaccinated. And only a very few would be trusted with administering the injections. and I was one of the chosen people. In that circumstance only. So chickens, it turns out, are pretty high-strung, and a lot of them are anti-vaxxers. So they don't want you to pick them up. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to kind of sidle up to them nonchalantly, maybe talking about the vegan restaurant that they're opening, and then you grab them by the feet and turn them upside down. They told us this would make the chickens more calm. That was a lie. No one is more calm when they're dangling by their ankles. If they were, then the mafia wouldn't hang people out of windows like that. But after a good chase, someone brings me my first chicken. Now, on a baby, you would give them a shot in their thigh. On a chicken, the thigh is delicious dark meat. So I'm supposed to give the shot in the neck, which is disgusting and hard to do because the chicken neck is really skinny and quite bony. So I think I get the neck, but it's just feathers. And then I think I get the neck, but it's that palm of the girl holding a chicken. They picked me for that job. Either looked like a farmer or a heroin addict. But on the third try, I think I get the neck, and I do. I know I do because the chicken squawks, ow! And because her neck is so bony that a lot of the vaccine just sprays back out and into my mouth. I have to tell you, that chicken wasn't even Jewish. She was a chicksa. I'm just kidding, she was a Jew. I know, because she invited me to her bat mitzvah. On account of having saved her life. So overall, it's really not going well at all. And after the kibbutzniks, who had really foolishly left us unsupervised, come back after about a half hour, and they see that there are 4 vaccinated birds, 5 students gently tending to their needs, and then a whole flock of untouched hens just crowded at one end of the barn, just exchanging internet stories about autism and vaccines. I think that is the very moment that the people of the kibbutz decided to stop talking to any of us about making aliyah. Zionism died in the coop. Now when the chickens see the Israelis, they start to panic. And when they panic, they start to move en masse toward us. And it turns into practically a stampede. It's like the Lion King and I'm the Simba, except that instead of wildebeest, it's chickens, which is actually more scary if you think about it, because like Hitchcock did not make a movie called The Mammals. And then a wave of feathers and beaks and talons comes crashing into my legs, and I look down, I can't even see my own feet. And here's another thing about chickens. Chickens don't just poop occasionally like other animals. Again, a litter box or on a leash, like chicken poop is a constant flow. Like when one of the handles of a yogurt lab gets stuck. Which I think is why they told us not to wear our nice nightclub shoes. And I didn't. I wore flip-flops. So now I'm basically barefoot, ankle deep in shitty, hostile, unvaccinated chickens, and the Israelis are threatening to take away our drink coupons. So we all together set aside what the Israelis consider to be an American proclivity for inaction in the Middle East, or used to, and we do what needs to get done. And we start shooting up chickens, and we chuck them to the vaccinated end of the barn like a live-action game of Angry Birds. Like real kibbutzniks, we get the job done. Now, I don't know why any of this would satisfy Lee's grandmother when she eventually asked about me, is she one of us? But I think she was just happy he found a Zimmermann.